guys, today I'm going to be doing my February favorites. I don't typically do favorite videos monthly because I feel like a lot of my favorites don't really change month to month. I feel like a lot of the times they stay the same. So I believe last February in 2014 I did a February favorites. So since the past couple months I have tried a good bit of different products, and I found a few that I really like and I feel like they're worth mentioning. So I don't even know if this would really be considered a February favorites. It's more of like a current favorites from the past few months. So I'm just gonna get right into it, and I don't have a ton of products. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 products in total, so not really that many. And it doesn't really go in order of from least to favorites either. It's just kind of like I pick it out of the bag, and that's what I want to talk about right now. So the first thing I grabbed was my MAC Prolong Wear Concealer, and I got the color NC20. I do think it's a little bit too dark for me right now currently because I'm really pale, but I feel like it'll be the perfect color in a couple more months when I get a little bit of a tan going on. It'll be perfect for highlighting. And my concealer that I use to cover my blemishes, the color doesn't really matter to me because I put my foundation over it anyway and it always blends, so that's not really a big deal for me personally. But I'm sure everyone has seen what this looks like. If you're into makeup, you have heard of the MAC Prolong Wear Concealer. It is amazing, and it's definitely worth all of the hype that everyone talks about here on YouTube. And I don't know why it took me so long to try this out. I just like wanted to for so long, but I don't know, I never picked it up. I never really just thought about buying it. But the one pet peeve that I have with this is the cap. Like, I always felt like when I would watch videos and people would talk about this and they would show it on camera that it always looked really dirty, and I'm like, why don't you clean that off? Like, I don't get why it gets so dirty, but you could even see in the cap, it just gets everywhere. Like, the pump, when it pumps out, it just gets all over the cap and all over, like, in here, it gets all over the pump. It just really kind of annoying. Like, that's a pet peeve of mine. I mean, I could always wipe it off, but it's just going to keep getting dirty anyway, so. And also the glass bottle, I would be careful. Try not to drop this because I personally drop everything, so this is not something that you want to drop, especially not on like hard wood or like tile floor, because it'll break and it'll get everywhere, and that's going to be a pain to clean up. So yeah. Oh, I just dropped it actually. Nice. Me just telling you guys not to drop it, and I dropped it. Okay, that's what you don't do. Okay, next is the Benefit Gimmie Brow, and if you guys notice, I always keep everything in the packages that it comes in. I don't know why, like, I'm trying to get out of that habit, because if you take it out of the package and put it in your, wherever you keep it, it takes up a lot less space, but I don't know, I like packages. So this is what it looks like. It has a really tiny wand. I usually use the Anastasia, I think it's called the Tinted Brow Gel. I've been using that for probably 3 or 4 years. I don't even know how long. But when this came out, I really wanted to try it because it has fibers that they say like stick to your brows, so it kind of like fills in your brows without you actually having to spend the time to fill them in. So I've been trying to grow out my brows. I want like a little bit more full, and like I want them to be a little bit more even, so I haven't tweezed them in probably like almost 2 or 3 weeks, and they're getting a little rough. But I like this a lot because I don't actually have to like fill them in. I could just go over this, and it kind of like makes them look a little bit more put together, even though they're such a mess right now. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't really give this a lot of praise on YouTube. I don't see a ton of people talking about it, and I really like it, and I think if you have been wanting to try it, you should. I do think you don't get a lot of product, but I can't even remember how much it was. I think it was like a 19 or 20 something. I don't even know, but like I said, if you have been wanting to try it, I would recommend trying it because I actually really like it. So it's just different because they actually have little fibers that adhere to your hairs on your brows. Okay, this is a Buxom. Sorry, my hair is like just so clean that it keeps falling in my face. This is a Buxom lip gloss in the color White Russian. And I have it on today. I've been wearing this almost every day, and I'm pretty sure it's plumping too, because when you put it on, it kind of feels like minty and tingly. So I really like that, and it helps your lipstick kind of like go into your lips better, if that makes sense. It kind of like sets it into your lips. But yeah, this is just, it's literally just kind of like a plain nude gloss. But I really like it, and this is I believe this is a smaller sample size. I got this in a kit around Christmas, and I've just been using it all of the time though, so I definitely think I want to try some more Buxom products, because I believe this is the first one that I ever tried, and I'm really happy with it, so love that. And next is something that I haven't heard like anyone talk about, and it is the Garnier 5-Second Blur Skin Renew Instant Smoother. And it is pretty much, I've been using it as a primer. It said on the actual package, it was a huge package, it said like a ton of things that it's supposed to do. I have it in one of my previous hauls that I'll link down below for you guys. But it said that it is just basically something that you can use right after your moisturizer to smooth your skin and make it more even your skin tone, and, you know, fill in any lines that you have in your pores. So I've been using it probably like a month now, maybe more, and I've been liking it. I think it was like $8 for this tube, which I guess isn't that bad, but it's still kind of pricey for drugstore. But like I said, I've been liking it. I'm not a huge fan of primers. I always use one, but I feel like a lot of the times they just never really do what they say they're going to do. So I think I'm going to do a comparison of this and the Professional, and I'm going to do like one half with this under my makeup and the other half the Professional, and see like if they're comparable really, if they hold up the same. This is a very silicone-y like feel, so it kind of reminds me of the Professional, but I think it's a little bit creamier than the Professional. Like, it doesn't rub in as smooth. It kind of leaves your face feeling a little bit more creamy, if that makes any sense. But yeah, just something I thought was worth talking about. This is the NARS Larger Than Life Longwear Eyeliner, and it is just a pencil liner, just plain pencil. But let me tell you guys, this is one of the only pencil liners that literally will stay in my waterline all day. Like, I can go out at like 9 in the morning and come back at like 10 o'clock and it's still in my waterline. It does not budge. Most eyeliners, like pencil liners that I try, literally like I'd say 2 hours later they kind of like fade and they like wear down a little bit, and they're not actually in my waterline anymore. They're more of like where my lashes are, if that makes sense, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But this one actually stays on all day, so I would say this is a product that was worth mentioning because it does what it's supposed to do. It actually stays. I know the Urban Decay, I don't even know what they're called, just the Urban Decay liners, they, like the pencil liners, they don't stay. Like, they literally, I guess they're too creamy, but literally like an hour after I put it on, it's already gone. And I'm like, why did I buy this? Why is this so expensive? I don't understand. But the NARS one is really, really good. Because I have so many liners that a lot of the times I reach for different ones so much because I want to use them all and try them all out. But this one was worth mentioning. This is the Physicians Formula Translucent Pearl. It's the Glow Pearls. So this is what it looks like. It's really pretty. I use it as a highlight, which is obviously probably what most people do. I mean, you could probably put this all over your face, but you're going to look like a disco ball, so I wouldn't really recommend it. But I just think it's really pretty. I actually have it on today on my cheeks and on the middle of my nose. So I really like it. I've been using it probably like 2 months, I want to say. I've been using it almost every day. I reach for it all the time. I think it's perfect because I'm so pale right now that I don't need a highlight that's going to add bronze. I just need a highlight that's going to make me look like more glowy and like my skin is just glowing from within. I've heard a lot of people say that once you like kind of use up the top layer of these, that the shimmer is no longer there, but mine isn't like that. It's still really shimmery, even though I definitely use the top layer. Like, even the it's like kind of flat now. I like all of their products always have those little bubbles on top, and this one is pretty much almost flat now because I've been using it like literally almost every day. So I don't know, I think this is a really good product. Last is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in the color Ticket to Brazil, and obviously this is a ginormous bronzer that it's going to expire before you even get the chance to use it all up, because it says that it expires in 2016, so I have another year to try and use this bad boy up, but I haven't even like hit pan on it. So I just think this is a really good color to like bronze. Definitely not contour, but if you contour and then you feel like you want to do a little bit more, like I did that today. I contoured and then I kind of like sweeped this over the contour and like blended it out a little bit better. I just think it's a really good color personally, and it's really cheap. I believe this is like $3, maybe like $2, I don't even know, but Wet n Wild is not expensive. And like I said, I just feel like a lot of the products that I mentioned were worth mentioning. So if you were thinking about buying a bronzer, you wanted to buy something really cheap, this is something that I would recommend. And that is about it for my current or February favorites. I didn't want to add a bunch of stuff in here just to make the video long. I wanted to actually mention things that I felt were worth it to me and that I have actually like religiously been using the past few months. So those are definitely the products that I would recommend trying. Remember to subscribe, it means a lot to me. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.